guys, my name is Mikey and today I would like to introduce you the new indicator called Liquidity Grab Reversal. This is the indicator that lots of you wanted and sent me lots of emails about the only liquidity grabs without break of structure or without market structure shift, only the liquidity grabs and then some reversal. So here you have it. Here is the new indicator that I would like to show you today. So you can find the free indicator, which is called Liquidity Grab Reversal. You can find it here in indicators by typing Liquidity Grab Reversal. This is the first one, and here is also the Liquidity Grab Reversal Premium. You can get 10 days free. If you want, just send me an email to my email address leak.grab.reversal@gmail.com. The email address will be in the description of this video. So the premium indicator has alerts in addition and has more core settings I will show you later. So the liquidity grab reversal is indicator that looks for liquidity, which is labeled by this dotted line. I don't know if it is visible, but I hope it is. So this is the dotted line. This is the red line because this is the resistance. This is one pivot high or the first pivot high, and this is the second pivot high. So we have created liquidity here, and as you can see, this candle is liquidity grab candle, and because it grabs this liquidity, and this indicator looks for these liquidity grabs, and then we can enter on the low of this liquidity grab candle. Here is the solid line. It is the red line because this is short liquidity grab. So after liquidity grab, we can enter on the low of this liquidity grab candle. And as you can see, this line can be drawn up to here, like that. And as you can see, the price went up, and then it hit this entry point. It could be stop order to the short. And after that, after liquidity grab, there was very nice reversal. If you want, your stop loss could be here on the high of this structure after the liquidity grab, and the take profit can be the next the low of this structure. As you can see, this is the biggest low in this structure, so here can be take profit. But the stop loss can be also here, so it's up to you. Okay, so this is the second example. This is one pivot high, second pivot high. It creates liquidity, which is grabbed here, and here is the entry point. This is the third example, and here is creating the fourth example. This is the long liquidity grab reversal. First pivot high, second pivot high. This is liquidity created by dotted line. This is the liquidity grab candle, and the entry is on the high of this candle. So it works like this. We have one pivot, second pivot low, and then liquidity grab, and then price should be reversed. So we are waiting that the price should reverse to the upside after the liquidity grab, because this is how the market works. And the big banks and the smart money want to grab liquidity to fill their big orders and then push the price to the opposite side. Okay, so what are the settings of this free liquidity grab reversal indicator? You can set the liquidity high lows look back forward period. What it means here, I have set it to 2. You have some description for that setting. It is very simple. As you can see, this pivot high has one, two candles lower to the left and 1, 2 candles lower to the right. So if I if I change it to only one, there will be more trades because more pivot highs and lows will be found. As you can see, this is the pivot low with one higher left and one higher right. And this is also one higher left and one higher right. Sorry. So there is more trades. But if you want really strong trades or really strong supports and resistance to be grabbed, you can set it to 10, for example. You will find only the biggest pivots, highs or lows, or the biggest support and resistances. As you can see, this is the very strong and big resistance that it was grabbed, and there was a very nice reversal. The second setting is liquidity grab by close or high or low. So it means that if you want this liquidity to be grabbed only by wick, is it enough for you? Or if you want it to be grabbed by body. So I have set it to high and low at the moment. So as you can see, I can show you examples or the difference. As you can see here, we have liquidity here and it is grabbed by a wick because the dotted line ends here, yeah, by wick. But if I change it to close, this should disappear, this trade. Yes, it disappeared because it didn't grab by body. But here you can see this is grabbed by body. Body closed here, so it is grabbed by body, and it can be stronger than grabbed by pivot high or low. But it's up to what you prefer. And the next settings are you can show only long or only short liquidity grabs, and you can change the color of the long liquidity grabs and short liquidity grabs. Okay, so the free indicator does not have alerts. So now I would like to show you the premium indicator. So I can say it again, you can get 10 days free access. Just send me an email and you will get 10 days free access for free to try it if you like it, or if you can be profitable with it. So what are the settings here? There are lots of more settings. Okay, so the same settings as in the free indicator are liquidity high lows look back forward period and liquidity grab by close and high low. So there are a few more settings. Look back maximum X bars for liquidity. It means you have also descriptions for each of the settings. It means only that I can set this to 1 to have more examples. That from the liquidity grab, look back 100 candles to find some liquidity. Liquidity can be created by minimum of 2 or more pivot highs or lows. So if you change this to so if you have 100 here, it will look 100 candles back to find some liquidity. Okay, so if I for example it can be good example here. So yes, if there is a liquidity grab, it will look maximum of 100 candles back to find some liquidity. Yeah, it should be enough. Then the next setting is maximum distance between liquidity grab and closest latest pivot high low. If you want to find the best trades, the best way to do it is that you want to have liquidity grab and the last or the closest pivot high or low to be less than 10 candles. Okay, so from can do it like this. So here you have liquidity grab, and here you have pivot high, the closest pivot high to the liquidity grab, and between them there should be not more than 10 candles. It can be if you want, but if you want to look or to find the best trades, it should be less than 10 candles. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, this is less than 10 and it could be the best. It could find the best trades. So this is one advice. Okay, this is explained. Liquidity high lows maximum range by X ATR. If you don't know what is ATR, it is average true range. It is simple. It just shows you the average candle height. So from high to low, if you measure the candle, you can see this candle has 4 pips, and if you look here, it looks by default 14 candles back, and it looks for average candle height. So as you can see here, average candle height is 1 pip and 6 pipettes at this moment. So it is used here in the setting liquidity high lows maximum range by XATR. What it means, so a maximum range between the pivots creating liquidity, so from this high to this high should not be more than 0.2 of the ATR. So if the ATR is you can it is showing here, okay? If the ATR is 1.6 multiplied by 0.2, which is here, so it not should be more than that, okay? So the lower the value, the closer the pivots will be formed, okay? So it is up to you what liquidities do you want to find, the nicer or the uglier, what's good for you. Liquidity high lows maximum tested range by XATR. It is very similar with this, but it shows that if, for example here, if this low is lower than this low, how much lower it can be below this low to not to find it like this is tested, like this low is tested. If it would be more than the value of the ATR and multiplied by this, then this would be considered as tested, and this would be not considered as the pivot low. But there is some deviation where you want it not to be tested, and as you can see, it is not tested by this low. This low is not tested by this low because we have some deviation set here, okay? So you can also filter short and long liquidity grabs, but there is one more feature. So as I told you, this is the very good feature, that the maximum distance between liquidity grab and the closest or the latest pivot high low, which should be less than 10 or less or equal than 10 candles. And this is the higher time frame super resistances. So if you want to find the best trades, these liquidity grab reversals should happen at the higher time frame lows, structure lows or structure highs, or for example at higher supports and higher resistances, because there is the higher probability that the reversal will happen. So if I turn it on, oh, it's turned on, okay. It's turned on, and there is some guidance, because if I'm on the 5 minutes as I am now, I can use this only 15 minutes. If I'm on the 5-minute time frame, I can use only 15 minutes higher time frame as it's shown here. So I'm going to use 15 minutes. But if I'm on the 5-minute or the 10 minutes or 15 minute or 30-minute time frame, I can use 1 hour as the bigger. So there is some guidance how to use it. So as you can see now, I'm on the 5-minute, and I chose the higher time frame should be 15 minutes, and the high low on the higher time frame back and forward period should be 10. It is the same settings as this one, but on the higher time frame. So it is looking on the higher time frame, it is looking for the support and resistances by this rule, and then it is comparing how far from this support and resistances the liquidity grab reversal is, and this is set by this 0.5 of ATR from the higher time frame. This is very important. This ATR is from the higher time frame, 0.5. So it is 0.5 of the average height of the candle from the higher time frame. It should be close this liquidity grab reversal. I hope I explain it clearly, or I can show it in this example on the chart. So as we can see here, yes, there is so many trades because I have set this to 1, but it doesn't matter. As you can see, this higher time frame confirmation, this is the trade that was found where the higher time frame confirmation is. Okay, these are the labels, and it works like this. So if you check this at the trades, you will be looking for these labels. And now, if I divide this to 2 charts, and this one I would like to set to 15 minutes. Okay. And I would like to add one indicator, this one. And I would like to, I already have it on my chart, but I cannot change it because, okay, now I can change it, or I can let it like this. So I'm looking for 10 and 10, 10 from left and from right. As you can see here, is here. So I'm on the 15-minute time frame, right? And where was the trade? Here. So if you can look here, I'm on the 5-minute time frame, and this trade, as you can see, the cursor is here, is moving here, as you can see. So when this liquidity grab reversal happened on the 15-minute time frame, the price was near, or it was 0.5 ATR from this pivot low on this lower time frame. So it was close to the higher time frame support. So there was higher probability that this trade will be successful. And as you can see, after the liquidity grab, the price immediately went up. Yes, this was the entry point, this solid green line, and it immediately went up. So I hope that I explained this clearly. If not, just send me an email and I will explain it to you. And yeah, this is the color of the trades that you can change. And the last thing is, if you want to filter only the trades with this confirmation, you can click this, you click OK, and as you can see here, only the trades with this confirmation will be shown. And you can also create alerts for this indicator. Please never use a once per bar clause, never use it. Use once per bar instead, or only once, or once per minute. So if I want to create an alert for liquidity grab, you can create alert for liquidity grab to long, to short. And this is for general, for both, once per bar, create. So I have created alert on 5-minute time frame, and if any liquidity grab, but be careful. Now I have clicked filter higher time frame. So only when this type of trade, or when long or short happens, the alert will be triggered. Okay. So this is the alert for liquidity grab, and there is one more alert for reversal entry hit. It just means that it won't be triggered when the liquidity grab happens, which is this candle, but it will be triggered when this solid line is hit. So yeah, in this example it would be hit right one candle after the liquidity grab, but there are some trades where it is not right after the liquidity grab. I will show you an example. For example, here, if you set alert only for liquidity grab, it will be triggered here, right? But if you set alert for reversal entry hit, it will be triggered right when the price will come here and hit this solid line. So this is the entry line to the long, and then the alert will be triggered. Yes, so this could be all. I hope you like this indicator, and I hope that I explained it and it is clear to you, because it is not the easiest thing to explain, and I hope I explained it but as best as I could. So I hope you like this indicator, and as I told you before, if you want 10 days free access, please send me an email to leak.grab.reversal@gmail.com. And yes, what else to say? You can find the indicator, the free indicator here, by typing liquidity grab reversal. This is the free, and this is the premium one, where you can get 10 days free. Just send me an email, and yeah, that's all, guys. Have a nice day, and thank you very much. Bye bye.